good evening, and tonight is our March 3rd board meeting. I'm going to go ahead and call the meeting to order. Our chairman, Mr. Clark, is out tonight, so I will try to fill in for him and do the best I can to facilitate like he does. So our first order of business is the approval of the agenda that was sent in the email. If you would take a moment to look at that, look over it. Any changes, additions, deletions to the agenda? Okay, we have a motion. Can I get a second? Second. All right. All approved?
All those in favor say
The agenda has been approved. Okay, now let's stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. The flag is this way. I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, next we have the approval of our February 3rd regular board minutes. Are there any questions, changes for the minutes from February 3rd?
I make a motion to approve.
Okay, motion, have a second?
Second.
All right. All in favor say aye. All opposed? All right, the February 3rd regular board meeting minutes have been approved. Okay, next we have the February disbursements that were emailed to you. If you haven't had a chance to look at those, we can take a few minutes to look at those and ask any questions. I'm sure Ms. Williams can help us understand if we have anything. Okay, if there's no questions or changes, I would entertain a motion for approval.
So moved.
Okay, second?
Second.
Okay, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, say nay. All right, the February disbursements have been approved. Okay, next on our agenda, we have the principal's reports. Come right up. You're the lucky one tonight.
So tonight I will be representing Ms. Baker and Dr. West. So I'm going to give their reports. We'll start with enrollment for Ralph Askins. Pre-K is at 64, kindergarten 107, first grade 87, second grade 68, third grade 80, fourth grade 90, and fifth grade 72, making a total of 568 students. So they had their Beta Club induction on February 24th, which was last Monday. They had 13 new members that were inducted into their Beta Club. Students had to have 95 overall average, and she said that they look forward to seeing what they can do and achieve academic excellence and serving our community. So the Beta Club also helped an event to help our community. It was a Super Bowl. So, and they collected 560 cans to donate to Hands of Mercy. Last Friday, Their fifth graders came over here on campus to participate in our FFA day. They got to visit with animals, sit on tractors, and they went back to school talking about how much they enjoyed it. And they just said they appreciate FFA for including fifth graders in that event. This week, they are celebrating Read Across America Week. So their dress-up days, mystery readers, and guest readers each day for all grade levels. And on Friday, the cafeteria will serve green eggs and ham. So, and that's it for Ralph Askins. Good. So for the middle school, their enrollment, 6th grade has 66, 7th grade has 61, and 8th grade has 74, and that is a total of 201 students. So they're having a great year at FMS. They also got to participate in our FFA Ag Day last week. The students, I know, they had a great time participating in that. They took their 8th grade superlatives to the square, to Stonebridge Park, and the Lincoln County Museum for pictures. And then after pictures, they carried those students out for a lunch. So Friday is the last day of the third quarter, and report cards will go home after spring break on March 20th. On March 28th, they'll have their third quarter award ceremony in the gym, and that starts at 9 a.m. So our plan, or their plan, is to have lunch on the green that day on the 28th as well. So if you remember, that's where the students go out onto the lawn there and get to enjoy their lunch. This week is National School Social Worker Week. So they want to give a shout out to their amazing social worker, Miss Hicks. So, and that is FMS's report. So before I turn it over, I just wanted to briefly mention a couple things we have going on actually tomorrow, which is Tuesday. We have our mock interviews, which will be our seniors. So we've got countless, I can't even remember how many people we have from the community that are coming in to help be a part of that and interview our seniors. And then tomorrow night, we plan to have our freshman forum, and that's where any incoming freshman that's interested in coming here to Fayetteville High School will come. We're going to start at 6, and then I will present at 6:10 to everyone, and then after that they'll have a time to go meet their teachers, intermingle with some. We'll have students here with our clubs, our sports. All of our academic teachers will be here, and we plan on it being a great success. So I'm going to give Mr. Hobbs and our drama department the rest of my time. Thank you.
Good evening. How are you guys?
Great.
Good. Glad to get to speak tonight. Our theater department has been extremely busy over the last few weeks. We've had our production of The Emperor's New Clothes at Fayetteville Middle School. And then in February, we also had our first, and we're making it an annual Black History Month program, and it was a tremendous success. I've heard lots of good things about it, and we were excited to do that. Wanted to tell you about what's coming up. Just the week after spring break, we have our high school production of The Play That Goes Wrong. And I've got papers that they can hand out. I've got two students here that are in their production, if y'all want to give those to the board members. It's going to be March the 21st and 22nd, Friday and Saturday. We will have a night show, and on Saturday a matinee and a night show, and then again on March 28th and 29th. So we're going to have 6 performances for this production. Like I said, we have Lydia and Braden that are both in the cast, so if you've got any questions that you would like to ask them, I'm sure that they'll be glad to fill you in on anything that's going on.
Are y'all having fun? Yeah,
Seems
we
like
had a practice the other day where we just couldn't stop laughing.
Great. That's a good indication.
Right, yeah.
I'm looking forward to it.
Right.
Absolutely. Thank y'all for all the good work you're putting into it. We look forward to a great show.
Thank you. Thank you. We hope you all can come and join us and see us.
Thank you so much. Okay, so in accordance with our board policy 1.404, this is the time for public comment. If there's anyone who'd like to make a public comment, and I did not believe anybody.
No, Madam Vice Chair, no one requested to make public comments this evening.
Okay, so we shall move on with no comments from the public. Next, we will have our supervisors' reports.
Good afternoon. So for consideration tonight for the board, we have our certification of our textbook adoption process. To give you an idea, the last time we did this for science, I actually got to pick the science book. I was still in the classroom. That was about 8 years ago. So state initiates a process about every 6. It takes about every 8 to get everything installed and kind of finished out. So the process really for us started back in January. Our local committees got to meet with vendors, review the resources, and you have before you, I believe, their selections, or maybe in the board email. But what we need to do tonight is just approve to certify that adoption so that we can go ahead and send that up to the state, and then we'll keep the ball rolling, making sure everybody has everything they need for when school starts in August.
I'll entertain a motion to certify the report of the local adoption of textbooks.
So moved.
Can I get a second?
Second.
Okay, all in favor say aye. All opposed say nay. Okay,
All right.
looks like we have approved the certification.
Thank y'all very much.
All right, thank you. All right. Now we'll have our CFO report from Ms. Lisa on the February 2025 financials.
So before you are the financial reports through the month of February, and these are year-to-date totals. And these were emailed out to you earlier, and I'll entertain any questions you may have.
Anybody have any questions? All right, thank you, Kim. Appreciate you keeping us straight. Okay, next we have committee reports, facilities and transportation.
Okay, so I'm pleased to let everyone know that our FEMA grant has been, the money has been allocated to the state. We got the 90% from FEMA. We also have a 5% match from TEMA. We had a meeting Thursday that was attended by myself, Mr. Jeff Brown from the system, the architect from JBHM, and a couple of members of the staff from Broadus and Associate, and one of whom is Greg Kennedy, who's been with the project since we put out an advertisement for a project manager. So he's a project manager. TEMA was available if we needed them. We also had the mayor, Joseph Faulkner, and Mr. Bradford attended on behalf of the city. It seemed to be a very positive meeting. We talked about a lot of different components of the grant, and right now we're in the process of making sure that everything is up to, with the plans is up to current specs. Since it's approved, we gotta make sure, because the codes have changed. Obviously over the course of 5 years, codes have changed with process of approval, so we don't anticipate that'll be a very long wait once everything is approved. I'm basically a little bit later going to ask that you all, well, I'll just go ahead and ask. I would like for y'all to vote to approve to advertise the Fayetteville FEMA 361 Dome project with approved revisions. I want to clarify. That means you're approving our permission to advertise once all the new codes have been approved and the revisions have been made, not before.
Okay. Well, I'll go ahead and make that motion to approve to advertise the FEMA 361 Dome project with approved revisions.
Second?
Okay, all in favor, say aye. All opposed, say nay.
And that concludes my facilities and transportation report.
Okay. So for the Finance Committee, we have two things to approve before you. They were emailed to you. It is approval of a contract between Matlock Clements and the Fayetteville City Schools. And if you don't mind, Ms. Williams, could you sort of elaborate a little bit on these?
So these are two reports. One is for the first one before you is the Board of Education, and these have been submitted to the comptrollers for their approval, and we would just ask for your approval on moving forward with our FY25 audit.
Okay. So we'll do these separately. I make a motion that we approve the contract with the auditor, the first one being the Board of Education. Okay. All in favor say aye. All opposed say nay. Okay, that one has been approved. And I make a motion to approve the contract with the auditors for the internal school funds. Okay. All in favor say aye. All opposed say nay. Okay, both of those have been approved. Okay, insurance and policy.
We just have two policies tonight. I move that we approve policy 5.118, background investigations on the second reading.
Okay, we have a motion and a second.
And
Oh, I'm sorry, you gonna do them separately or both
do
together?
them separate.
Okay. All in favor say aye. All opposed say nay. Okay, that one has been approved.
I move that we approve policy 4.603, promotion and retention on the second reading.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. All in favor say aye. All opposed say nay. Okay, both of those policies has been approved. Do you have anything else? All right, Mr. Jones?
Okay, for the superintendent's report, the first thing I'd like to bring to the attention of the board is during the legislative session going on in Nashville at the moment, just within this week, I anticipate about 55 different bills going before them that are related directly to education. I won't take time to describe all of it, but I would like to implore everyone to keep yourself informed and just know what's going on. Of the 55, I would say about 46 of them would have some type of an influence on the operations of Fayetteville City School System, or an impact that indirectly affects our operations. It's just, it seems like that's a lot of legislation, frankly, but that's up to the people in Nashville. So it's our duty and responsibility to make sure we know what's going on, and if anything comes down the pike that I know you'll want to know, I will definitely make everyone informed of what all has happened at the end of the legislative session, what laws were passed, what wasn't passed, and I'll provide everybody with copies or links to the breakdown as it all comes down the pike. So the other thing, one of the laws previously that was, or one of the bills that was passed, relates to a teacher bonus of $2,000, a one-time teacher bonus. There, as a part of that law, there's a requirement that local school boards pass a resolution. A resolution has been crafted by the TSBA that we will utilize. We have a couple more months to do that. I know there are some boards in the area in South Central that are doing that during this month's board meeting. I wanted to wait until next month to see if we can learn anything from those who go before us. I think being a small system, sometimes it's in our interest to hold our cards just a little longer and see how things go for other people. And so I think next month you should be able to anticipate that the TSBA crafted resolution or something almost identical to it will come before you all for approval. So I want to make you all aware of that and let you know in case any of our teachers and friends are asking about it, that we do have a plan in place, and I think our plan will be really solid. The timing will not be affected. The timing of a bonus will not be affected in any way by any of this, because that won't happen until next school year anyway. So that's where we're at, and that's my report.
All right, thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, so on the chairman's report, we have before you a resolution for the special area teachers. So I'm gonna read just a little bit of it, and it says, whereas the dedication and service of special area teachers and staff encompassing art, music, physical education, technology, speech instructors, school counselors, and librarians are cornerstones of the Fayetteville City School System's commitment to student development. These special area educators in Fayetteville City Schools play a pivotal role in nurturing the mental health and welfare of our students. Therefore, be it resolved that the Board of Education designates March the 6th, 2025 as Special Area Teachers Appreciation Day all across Fayetteville City Schools, embracing a basketball theme to reflect the energy and teamwork these educators bring to our schools. So I'd like to entertain a motion to designate March 6th as Special Area Teachers and Staff Day.
Make a motion.
Thank you. Do we have a second?
Second.
All right, all in favor say aye. All opposed say nay. All right, it has been duly passed and enacted, and March the 6th is now designated as Special Area Teachers and Staff Day. And I'd just like to also say that the board extends its deepest gratitude to all school employees who contribute specialized services to our educational system. We advocate for every school and community to acknowledge and celebrate these individuals for their integral role in fostering the success of our students. All right, does anyone have anything else? Have anything for our student member?
Not at the moment.
Okay. All right, if there is nothing else, we will stand adjourned.